Hey, what's up everyone? Today we're talking about the Chicago Bears and whether or not Nick Foles can lead this team on a playoff run. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell. It helps me out a lot. So the Chicago Bears are now 5-1 to start this season and are now in first place in the NFC North at 5-1, as the Packers are in second place at 4-1. The Bears have had a very interesting first 6 weeks so far. As you know, they basically have finally given up on Mitchell Trubisky and have turned to Nick Foles as their starting quarterback. Of course, the Bears defense is the backbone of this team and they are ranked 10th in the NFL so far this season. The offense, however, even after making the switch to Foles, is just 25th in total offense so far this season. It's clear this team goes as the defense goes.
Quarter on first down, throws it, it's picked off!
The defense has 5 interceptions, 15 sacks, and 4 forced fumbles so far to start this year. So they're doing great, and again, this is what's carrying their team and the main reason that they're 5-1 right now. What really stands out to me though is the fact that Trubisky and Foles' numbers have actually not been very different at all. In fact, Trubisky has an 87.4 passer rating, while so far Foles has an 80.4 rating. Now, of course, these numbers don't mean everything, and from what I've heard so far, most Bears fans don't really care because they are so done with Trubisky after watching him regress so much. He had such a good 2018 NFL season where he passed for 66% completion for 3,200 yards, 24 touchdowns to 12 interceptions. I'm actually thinking about making my next What Happened To series video over Trubisky, so let me know down in the comments below if you want to see my analysis and take on him. Trubisky has had moments where he didn't show up to games mentally. He would just routinely miss open throws and throw bad interceptions like these.
Mitchell Trubisky gets caught trying to force something in there. You did not have to do that.
But even though Foles hasn't had incredibly different numbers from Trubisky so far this year, fans have had a lot more faith in Foles and his championship experience that he brings from the Eagles. If Foles continues to improve and can game manage, I do think they will have a decent shot to make some noise in the playoffs this year. They did beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 20-19 in Week 5, and in Week 7 we will see the Bears take on the Los Angeles Rams, so that will be a great test for this team. It's another chance for Foles to improve as well. So far this season, Foles has passed for 878 yards on 62.5% completion with 6 touchdowns to 4 interceptions. Again, not fantastic numbers, but he is managing the games and helping them win. To me, the biggest flaw in this entire team is not having a great running game. Having a great running offense is a great complement to a great defense because you keep chewing the clock and you can give your defense a rest and keep them fresh so that they can continue to be great. David Montgomery is doing what he can. He's playing decently, but he's only averaging 50 rush yards per game at an average of 3.7 yards per carry. Passing wise, they have a really talented receiver in Allen Robinson, but he's only averaging 12 yards per reception this year. Jimmy Graham, however, is having a great season with 4 touchdowns in the first 6 games, and he's going to be very important for this team, especially if they want to make a playoff run. Again, Foles, I think, is an improvement as far as trust in your quarterback and what the team feels about him and how you feel going into playoff games and big moment games. But again, the offense has got to take it up another level if you want to actually make it past the divisional round. Again, a great defense is awesome to have, but they're going to have to do a little bit more explosiveness on offense and play calling in order to help the defense out. As I said earlier, their next game is at LA, and then they host the New Orleans Saints before again going on the road to face the Tennessee Titans. So yeah, these next 3 games are really going to tell us how good this team is or not, and sadly we won't get to see them play against Green Bay all the way until Week 12 on November 29th. It'll be very interesting to see how this offense is improved by that game as well, and I think the Bears have a shot with that great defense, but they have to improve on their offense. As we all know, the Green Bay Packers got destroyed by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers this week, but I do think that the Packers overall have a really great offense, and it's going to be crazy to see their offense go against the Bears defense this season. And again, if Foles can get it together, play a little bit better, I think they have a really good chance. I really like watching the Chicago Bears, and as I've said before, I might make a longer, more expansive video about Trubisky and what happened to him because I actually liked him, but again, his results on the field were terrible in some games. Last season, there were a few stretches of games where he was averaging like 100 yards passing a game. I mean, he has just made a complete 180 from the good season that he's had. As we all know, Foles isn't exactly as crazy explosive as some other quarterbacks in the NFL. but he does have what some would say is that clutch gene, and he does show up in big moments when you need him. I think the biggest thing again for this offense is going to be to see if they can somehow get their ground game going, and again, if they can get a few more deep passes, start stretching that defense out, and start being able to chew the clock a little bit more so that their defense can stay rested throughout the games. Guys, thanks so much for watching the video. Make sure to like, comment down below if you think the Bears can make a deep playoff run with their defense, or if you think their offense is going to hold them back, and if you believe in Nick Foles or not. Make sure to also hit that notification bell if you haven't already. If you made it this far in the video, I assume you like sports talk and NFL news. So guys, make sure to hit that notification bell so you can stay up to date on all of my videos. As always, everyone, I'll see you in the next one.